is a fresh face, and we are looking to call themselves one of top 8s, and they've got a lot of fans. We all love an underdog, but the worst part is both of these players are underdogs depending on how you look at it, as Manny, the Wii Fit trainer, versus Zone, the Palutena, come on out. And Zone, I've mentioned this before, I mentioned this in their previous set, right? It's kind of like a Venn diagram of how you like to play the game, depending on how stages work, right? Zone, looking to edge guard, looking to catch you on your get-up option and just tick on percent. Meanwhile, Manny with the very, and I hate to say this because it sounds almost disrespectful, the very binary, the very stereotypical maneuvers of Wii Fit, where you kind of retreat to ledge, find yourself an advantage, and then push it. We're going to see once again if Zone has found his way out, or if Manny is going to once again take down the force that is Zone. He's done it before, can he do it again? Let's see how much stage we're using today there, folks, as it's looking pretty 33% to me, as the falling tumble dry comes out, immediate spot dodge even. As we move on out, gonna see if we can do. I did say, this is one of the rare times I will address the chat. Yeah, I said Venn diagram. It's a long story of how I used to make jokes about how if 2Zenya has used Transcendence at one time, I called it a Venn diagram. But that's neither here nor there. There are no Johns on the commentary, only Johns in the game. It looks like Zone is looking to find a spike for himself. As you move it on out, fantastic stuff. A couple of teleport cancels. You always like to flex a little bit of mechanical ability in between stocks, as that Halo platform invisibility does end out. But we've seen the sun salutation from ledge before, and we're going to see it again. Not quite enough to catch out Zone right now, as forced into a tech situation. Doesn't quite hit it this time. Let's see if we can find it. Sends him out with a forward air. Double forward air as well right there. Beats back the volley ball. It is summertime, folks. You saw that heat wave, and it looks like Zone is looking to party on the beach with a couple of beatbacks from that ball. Right now, wave dash onto the platform, and Zone done a fantastic, fantastic job of equalizing. But all good things come to an end there, folks, as we're looking for a 2-frame. Looks like down tilt not going to take it. Fantastic patience from Zone, but the low profile of the down tilt from Wii Fit Trainer takes so many people off guard. And it looks like Zone is just another one of those victims as he sends him up. That was very hard to DI. That was not easy. My Joy-Con drift might have done it, but no human being is going to beat that, as he is sent straight up vertically in to the sky. A couple of rising nairs as well, forcing him out with a fair as well. Can use the intangibility to avoid the ball, spot dodge to avoid the back air as well, but the shield grab just not quite doing it. Manny, a very big fan of these, but Zone has the spacing to make it work. Up air not going to connect as well. Downward angled ball going to take it as well, as the dash attack sends him out. The disjoint is mighty scary there, fellas. As we send him out. Just a bit of a public service announcement. We've got a very good friend of mine, the wonderful Chucky in chat. They are a fantastic mind when it comes to Wii Fit Trainer. If you want to know why anything didn't work, if you want to know why anything might have worked, please do consult them, as they will have the answer for you. Thank you very much. As you move back into the game now, dash attack going to get him back up. Fantastic move from ledge there as the ball gets him out. Looks like the deep breathing is over, but the dash attack from Palutena has a fantastic meme for a reason. It is one of the original complaints. Forget Fighter Pass 2, forget the hero language barrier. That disjoint is a crime in itself, as he sends him down with a tumble dryer, and Zone with a fantastic statement for Game 1 of Grand Finals. As we move on into it, apologies, folks. Normally, I wouldn't address sort of Twitch chat just because it's like, oh, I'll keep you in the mood. But yeah, it's only me. See, we got ETS in the chat, another fantastic Wii Fit secondary. Hung out with them a little earlier. Fantastic player in their own right. As we have a little look at a couple of fantastic players ourselves, another gulp of water for Zone. And hey, has anyone been here before? Are we all feeling that? I haven't played Xenoblade myself, but I think I'm feeling a bit of foresight. You know, we've sat here as Manny has been down 1 game, and they've made a miraculous comeback against a Palutena player. Shit, who was it? Who was it? I think it might have been Zone. And so you cannot get too comfortable. You cannot get too ornery there, Zone, because Manny might have your number as he immediately kills himself. It could be, he's doing it. I'm not going to do this joke. I've done this joke far too many times. Right, bit of a button check. As you move on into the next game, not quite sure what the reasoning was, but I'm sure we'll catch up in just a moment. But yeah, it's going to be a late one. It's going to be a very, very late one unless unless Zone can take it back very quickly. If we see a reset, we genuinely might be... I don't have a watch. I don't know why I'm doing that. We might genuinely be here until 1 until 1 a.m. Which is very very apt, because the bartender here at Meltdown, who has treated us very well over these past months, the wonderful Joe, going to give them a shout out. They have just got a job at Excel Esports, so this is their last shift, which is great, because we can force that poor bastard to keep shiving us drinks for the next 2 hours if these two do win the ledge camp for the next foreseeable future. As looks like Zone immediately calling out the offstage nonsense. Couple of balls coming up. Looks like the deep breathing is there, but not quite enough right now, as Manny is able to excuse themselves a bit of advantage right now. Looks like dash attack going to go wide, not quite enough right now, as we're back on the SBF. No Wario. See if we can get a grab, a dash attack from ledge, but doesn't quite hold the shield long enough. That's what you got to watch out for. That is where the top player maneuvers come through. It's knowing how long can you hold that shield? How long do you need to play defensive before you can make a move? With a character like Palutena, you would think it's quite second nature, but Zone just makes it look entirely different. As you move on in now, looks like Manny falling to his death. Could be a long night here, but we've seen him come back before. He's immediately pushing the advantage, goes to the down tilt, doesn't quite find what he wants, but instead the forward air will do the work for him. Looks like he's got it, but the shield break is very far away there. You may have deep breathing, but the shield break eventually comes through. What's the setup? It's just sweet enough. As you move on here, and hey, Manny didn't even fall to his death. It's a reset. It's a Smash 4-2 stock. It's a Meta Knight S tier. As we're back on to even ground there, folks. Gonna see what we can do. Ball coming through the ledge. Once again, proving to be Manny's. But the falling up air perfectly connects. But instead, he goes for the spot dodge, which is not quite what you want. But hey, who can blame him? You've got to be willing to make risks. When you face someone who is as consistent as Zone, you've got to be willing to push yourself out of your comfort, no pun intended, zone. As Zone himself looking for a bit of offstage shenanigans, finds himself a spike, as once again, no shield break required, finds the raw tips of the fingers for that up smash. As we are fairly even right now, more than even right now, as Zone does eat a sun salutation. Looks like Manny could pull it all the way back of what looked like a very difficult momentum. See if he can pull it all the way. Air dodge back to stage. A couple of buffs come in. Out buff before the raid. But can Manny take down the boss? That is Zone as the down air comes out. Back air not quite going to connect. Two frame not in there either, as the deep breathing just barely wears off. To avoid the explosive flame as well. Luckily, Manny is gifted, so to speak, with a lot of options that give him time to stall off stage. I know you're in there, Chucky. I know you're worried that, hey, we shouldn't be hanging out off stage, but Manny just has so many tools that can allow him to avoid that feral flare. Looks like not quite enough now, as Zone leads the set 2-0. Manny has 4 games minimum to win, unless Zone wants to take this. Zone wants to make the losers run, get the revenge on our buddy Manny here. But he is smiling. He's feeling good. Manny has been in this position before. Many a time, in fact. And he's always made it back. You can see these two players smiling there, having a good time. It's a late night. We've all had a sip of our beverages. And Manny, you can see him. He's got the finger on his lips. He's thinking, how do I come back? What is working? Because Zone, and believe me, I hate to say the same word over and over, but it's the word of the day. It's the wordle. It's consistency. Zone is such a hard wall to crack through. But if anyone can do it, it's the Huel-powered fantastic maneuvers of Manny as an immediate explosive option causes Zone to miss the tech and catches him slipping. That's the kind of unpredictability you need in this matchup, lest you be devoured by what has come before. Manny is not quite falling yet right now as a grab comes through. Foot stall to beat out the back air. Might not have been intentional, but who cares? It's an option. It's a fantastic maneuver. As we move on in now, there's a dash attack to beat out the ball. Not quite enough. Explosive Flame coming out, and Zone has earned himself 49% credit. But it might not quite be enough. A couple of nairs coming through. We've seen it before. There's the up air. There's the up air. Count them 4. Count them 5. Can we see number 6? As an early air dodge from Manny, cancelling the deep breathing to just avoid Zone. But you could have done the same if you hadn't gone for it whatsoever. Auto reticle, you're awfully deep there, brother. I don't know if you're coming back. Give it everything you've got. Go for the spike. As that reversal was absolutely ludicrous. It looked like Manny was dead. That B button must have looked like a night out on Brick Lane with the amount of suffering it was taking to get that vertical momentum, but he finds it, he finds the spike. And now, once again, it's Zone on the cusp of a comeback, instead eating what looks like a run back as Manny finds his way to 55. Looks equalized at this point, but Zone got to really dig the claws in, dig in those goddess heels, because the Explosive Flame is finally going to connect. Looks like a deep breathing off stage. If he makes it back, it could be dangerous right now as a ball gives him a little bit more hit stun than he might want. Manny wants to end it all. That could have done it right now. Trying to read the tech option, not quite enough now. Force him down. Looks like the up air is not going to connect as well. There's no deep breathing for you now. You got to do it raw. You got to do it. Bite the pillow. Zone has found his way to a bracket reset. And I certainly hope you ain't got work in the morning. I certainly hope you ain't got a train to catch. Because now we are in the upper echelons. We are looking to bring it back to a true final. No armor's gonna save ya. No magic resist will stifle what will surely be a raw mono-a-mono between two London legends. The old guard of Zone versus the new guard of Manny. Who is gonna take it? And for the love of God, man, can they take it before the bar closes, or else I'm gonna be commentating on Wi-Fi. We're gonna be seeing King DDD versus fucking Ness. Christ, man! As we move on in to Music Select. A very underrepresented moment of, you know, character choice. Music can be a big factor. If you're not listening to your own Spotify, just pick environmental sounds. I was against ETS earlier. I think he's in the chat. When I was against ETS and I realized I didn't have headphones that he was playing Snake, I was like, oh Christ, I'm doomed. Luckily, we had a very fancy monitor and had speakers on it, which was the only reason I got away. Nevertheless, we don't care about nut roast. We care about the meat. We care about the potatoes. as we get on into our final gambit between these two players. Manny immediately taking an L, but the Tumble Dryer is not going to carry on that spring right now. Looks like he's trying to buy himself a little bit of space. Nothing wrong with retreating. You're just advancing in the opposite direction there, Manny, as Zone trying to find his way back, but there's a back air in it for you there, Manny. See if we can find a way back in. Zone looks like they're immediately trying to cover a get-up option, but alas, they go for the grab. Not the best option, but instead, looks like Zone is the one with the advantage there. As you move on in, see if we can find a back air. Looks like they're going super deep. Mash that B button, sir, but instead, looks like you're gonna be mashing the respawn button. Not like it's Halo Reach or anything. Not going to be mashing that X to get on a bit faster. But instead, back to the ledge. And like I said, this entire game is being spent. This entire game is being spent at the very edge, the very pinnacle, the very corner of SBF. Somebody check Sam Brooke Franklin's ankles, because that's where we're hanging out. As finally, Zone starting to eat a little bit of punishment of himself. Deep breathing comes through. Going to see if we can find our way in. A forward air, not going to do it now as the ball comes through, keeping him on his toes. Charge that sun salutation. Praise it, baby, because it might be your only hope. There is no God, and even if there was, he might be able to get you a comfy seat in the gates of heaven there, brother, because Zone is just running away with it now. A dash attack, a little bit sour, but looks like Manny's feeling a little bit sweet right now as the run-off bear. I believe that was a bear. Or was it like a nair? Can we get Chucky in the chat just to confirm that? As you move on in, rising up air, but the deep breathing is exactly what he needs. That discount cloud limit could be what we want now as the ball comes through. A couple of dashes. And this is this is my favorite thing about Wii Fit Trainer, is that you'll see them do those kind of those planks, those... Oh, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for the bear. Let's all rewind a bit and we'll get that in post. As looks like the Feral Flare going to send him off, force it out. Looks like we like to see. And as I was saying, what I love to see about that kind of plank spam is that there is practicality to it. You do avoid a lot of the projectiles that Zone is throwing out. Not only that, but if you do get caught by a dash attack, if you do get caught by a bear, you reduce the knockback by being in that state. So it's really a win-win situation as Zone looking to reverse the tech onto stage scenario. He was thrown in, but speaking of throw-in, we're flinging him into the sunset as Zone leads the reset 1-0. And you can see Zone there. You can see Rat as he is dubbed, pumping his fist. He's feeling it. He's feeling it, but it's not quite over yet. As Manny, 3 games down. Still feeling good. Look at that expression. He's still feeling himself. That's the mentality that really, really separates some of the strongest. As he's more than happy. He's made comebacks before. He can do it again. Let's see what kind of music selection we are feeling here today. It's an important counter pick. Don't get me wrong. Metal Gear? Alright. I can do it. I can do it. I think ETS is here in the chat. He can feel a bit of encounter. That's what I'm talking about. As I mentioned this a very, very long time ago. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm basically using Chucky is a friend of mine. I'm using them in the chat as kind of a basis to jump off when it comes to Wii Fit knowledge, because they are very knowledgeable about the character. As I was saying earlier, Manny is a big fan of that kind of ledge positioning, but as I've said 1,000 times, Zone thrives in those scenarios. He's got unlimited experience here. And so maybe if Manny can't adapt on the fly, maybe it's time for a little change of pace. Maybe it's time to swap the weapon. If the AWP ain't working, just swap to the M16, brother, as Zelda is coming out. And alas, finally, we've got a second fella joining us. Say hello to Robbie, AK-47.
Hello, why am I still at the venue? This is insane from Zone. I can't believe he's gone this run.
Insane, insane stuff. What do you think of the swap? We've got the Zelda coming out now, Robbie.
I made a call with this at the very start of Grand Finals with NS that I said maybe not, but if Zone gets Manny to a point where he feels like he has to force the Zelda out, I think Zone takes it.
Well, we're going to see what we can do.
Felt like if he sticks with the Wii Fit, he probably standed a better chance, but maybe Zone has fully adapted.
Well, that's the thing. It looks like Manny was not quite able to adapt to the pressure that Zone put on, and so now maybe the Zelda is the way to go. You definitely have a bit of unfamiliarity, and if you've got to take 3 games, let's hope that Zone does not adapt fast enough.
yeah, for his sake. I hope Zone does adapt fast enough. I'm Team Fear Out, obviously.
And I was saying this to Orange earlier. Yeah, we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
We've all gone to Elite Smash at 3 AM and we've faced some Zeldas.
Yeah.
And they've got away with it and then quit.
Yeah.
But there's no real Zelda representation. The best I can think of is Hope.
Hope?
Other than that,
is it Osk or?
I thought Hope. Oh, it was Hope Hero.
Hope's Hero, yeah. In terms of
Zelda,
I really can't think of anyone. Most of them are in the US. We used to have Demon B here, who's retired, unfortunately, but Marinsky would be the closest.
There we go. But looks like Zone might not have a whole lot of experience right now.
But like, I feel like with Zelda, once you realize her flaws, like she's floaty, she struggles to land. Well, both of those are the same thing. But, and you realize that like her lightning kick only has a certain sweet spot. So as long as you're spacing on her shield, she doesn't get all of these huge hits that she needs to kill.
Let's see what we can do. I honestly think this Armored Soldier is going to be a very big difference maker, and it's up to Zone to really adapt to it as the back air comes through. Not quite enough. One more is going to take it, but...
take it. I don't know why in that situation, you know, he felt the need to cover himself with the side B. It actually gave Zone an easier opportunity to edge guard him.
And that's a real shame, right? Because Manny has seen like 1,000 times that spending too much time off stage, you can delay your recovery with refit down B, with refit bonk of the ball. I don't know why I didn't just fucking call it
bonk of the ball.
Bonk of the ball, I believe is what Sakurai called it in the instruction manual. You can delay it, but with Zelda, you can't really control your momentum. You keep it when you go for that side B, and
you're very slow still in the air, whereas Wii Fit, you have a bit more movement mixed up. It's harder to get caught in things like Palutena's side B.
And like you said, Robbie, we're going back to the Wii Fit. If there's gonna be a reverse 3-0.
I was gonna say it was the Wii Fit, but honestly, this is definitely Zone's for the taking. He's nodding, he's confident. He wants to wrap this up. We all want to go home. But we'll see how this game goes. It could be an explosive start from Manny. I was saying at the start of this reset, I need to see like an explosive game from Manny, but it's got to the point where it needs to be an explosive game from Manny. There's no second
There
chances.
is no doubts about it, and we've seen it before, a couple of these, going for these really crazy offstage spikes. But now Zone's kind of realized that I know what you're doing. I'm kind of just going to run it about my own pace. I'm going to throw these projectiles out there. If you get hit, cool. If you don't, I'll just throw another one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's up to Manny to be proactive here. And when you have 3 games to win, being the proactive one, controlling the dictonomy of the game.
Fantastic word, yeah.
That becomes very difficult.
It becomes hard when Zone has like an established game plan against your common options. You can no longer go for those common options. You need to mix up, like you said. So he keeps headering here. Zone doesn't really care. Like, he's seen it all before. It's the same song and dance. He just needs to do something different with how he's moving. Maybe how he's playing around Zone's options.
Let's see what he can do. Can we beat out the option that is Zone himself? 2 frames coming through. Not quite enough, but the instant dash attack as well. Forcing the double jump as well. You could jump off for a spike, but instead the ball is going to keep you guessing now. And fair play not pulling the trigger on the shield grab.
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't needed there, but the spot dodge getting called out with the down tilt. Deep breathing online. We got there. Oh, good. He jumps over the explosive flame.
And honestly, those reflects are not really the best option. You know, if you catch him when he's immediately charged a Sun Salutation, you reflect a ball that's not actually going to hit. Like, apologies to bring my own mentality into this. This isn't a D3 Gordo. It's not going to auto-lock onto you. That ball is going wherever it wants.
Yeah, exactly.
And so reflecting it isn't really the most efficient option, right?
No, and they can punish the end lag of your reflector as well, so you've got to be careful. Zone here, he needs an Ultra Zone start to this stock. He needs to get him in the Nair blender. But Manny kind of denying it. Like, he wanted to come in there with a full hop Nair. Manny just said, no, I'm going to meet you there.
And you saw Manny, he went for an empty spike right there just to try and get the disrespect onto Zone. Fair play to it, you know?
Yeah, we're still trying to get those Elite Smash clips in True Finals at God knows what time.
It is getting to the Elite Smash hours.
It is.
Instant turnaround tilt. To be fair, he didn't need to turn around. That's just Wii Fit. But a little bit of sauce on the chicken right there.
I mean, maybe that's what he needs. He needs to hit a cool clip. He needs to hit, well, Wii Fit, cool clip. Yeah, but anyway, he needs to hit something that just gives him that confidence, that momentum back. And you're seeing it here. He's been so confident with his walling.
And the
shielding as well.
The change from Manny's gameplay here is really fantastic. He's not immediately running back to that ledge. He's staying on. He's trying to fish for these falling neutral airs. That's what you need. Instead,
yeah, he's making his combo stars a lot more intimidating, and it's giving him a lot higher of a percentage lead against Zone.
So we go for immediate mash out. Zone is wired on. Zone is ready to go. There's a falling Nair.
Crosses up as well. Really good stuff from Manny, because Palutena lacks our shield options, and he's taking full advantage of that.
Just the stuff sends him off stage, goes for a deep breathing, but the falling flare is going to keep him on his toes.
Yeah, exactly. Did you find my switch?
As you move on out, looks like you've lost your switch.
It's over there.
As you move on in, up smash coming out, but it's not barely enough. There was a deep breathing there. It definitely could have made it work, but the tech not looking too good.
Oh my God, commanding from Manny. Zone needs to ground himself after that.
Downtown.
Yeah, he was down 2 games. He was down a lot of stocks, and he brought it all the way back. I mean, this game, he obviously had the lead, and he kind of ran with it, but just showing a lot more confidence in his gameplay, not getting caught by Zone's kind of common, like, movement, like, catching options like the Nair and
he's playing Zone at his own game.
Yeah.
Right? Right, imagine, so, how do I put this? Right. Imagine if you, imagine you went Hollow Bastion, and then you're against, name a random Nintendo character that isn't in Smash.
That is in Smash.
That isn't in Smash.
That isn't in Smash.
Anyone.
Bastion against... it has to be Nintendo.
Yeah, any Nintendo character that isn't in Smash.
Oh my God, why is this hard? Waluigi.
Right, imagine you get Waluigi and Sakurai's like, right, every move Waluigi has, it's a spike. And it's like, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm playing Birdo, and every move I have, it only hits from below ledge. It only shocks. It's like, well, that's a fucking nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's how Manny's been playing. He's been fighting against this uphill force that is Zone, constantly trying to ledge trap him when he's putting himself on the ledge. Meanwhile, now that Manny has found the confidence to actually challenge on the stage itself, suddenly things are looking a lot more spicy.
Yeah, I think that's a big observation as well, just in terms of the shift of play. He's realized, you know, he can't just hang out by the ledge, throw the header. Like, Zone's got that covered. So if he goes onto the stage more often, it's going to catch Zone off guard because he's used to him using the header.
But as we know, sometimes being off the ledge, it's not quite a choice there, Robbie. Sometimes you are forced there.
Sometimes you are stuck in the Ultra Zone for more than a minute. Then you pick the option he wants and you die.
Got that right. Let's see what we can do. Falling. Ooh, a bit of a clash. Bit of Dragon Ball Z. But baby, you don't gotta wait till next week to find the climax of that as the back air comes through.
Good catch on the spot dodge there. Just trying to catch the lingering option. Maybe Manny expecting a grab, but Zone all over that. Oh, this is dangerous though.
There's the falling there. That's what we need. Looks like the deep breathing didn't quite lead it into the convo he was looking for.
He did get the back air there, but you do see, like, when he was coming off that platform, he went instant back air. I feel like if Manny did more, like, timing mix-ups, he, like, waited a few seconds, then came down with the back air. It's going to catch Zone off guard more, because I feel like Zone's pre-committing a lot in disadvantage.
Yeah, you got that right. I would completely agree with you. Right, sometimes with the wackiness of Wii Fit, you can't allow yourself to be caught by a random angled fucking elbow.
Yeah.
Like, you need to watch out!
You can get caught by that down air if you're Manny, and Zone all over that header option, not letting him breathe. This is a huge deficit for Manny to make up.
Very, very tough. Zone looking to run away with it. Zone looking to grab the last train from King's Cross, baby, as the Rising Sun Salutation will buy him a little bit of pressure. If he could get that forward smash, that could have
Zone didn't full drift in, which was smart. I think, oh God, it's such a huge deficit for him to climb. And you see the way Zone was ledge trapping him just there. You see with the deep breathing, He wants the rising pair off ledge. He wants to get something big started, and Zone's just not letting that happen, you know.
Exactly. Looks like we're back to our old habits right now as a teleport cancel onto the ledge to fall down. There's a reflection, but Manny more than ready for that one. Falling down, coming in.
Oh, huge!
We
huge
certainly can. As Zone, ladies and gentlemen, is your Monday Meltdown 227 champion.
Well done to Zone. Round
Good
of
stuff,
applause,
honestly. Firat is the play.
Well done, well done.
And that was such an... Honestly, I don't think that game could have ended any other way. That was such an explosive ending, such a call-out to the gameplay that Manny was presenting.
He just had a precise read on where he'd be with the down there as well. Like, it was just very smart from Zone, so... Can't fault him, man. He did a loser's run of the century.
And honestly, I thought that... Because I've never been to a 2-day event before.
Yeah.
I thought I would have to wait until Colossal, but fuck, here we are, man.
Yeah.
Started at 7:30, now it's 9 past fucking 12.
These are temple hours, man.
That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about.
That is the reaction we were expecting. Fucking midnight. He doesn't even know. He's been in the zone for so long.
Exactly. Yeah. No, time moves slower in the zone.
Yeah,
you ever been to like? You ever seen Interstellar? Same thing.
Yes.
They go to the Ultra Zone. Time moves slower there. I feel bad for Firat's son. Firat's son is actually 42 years old.
At home at the moment. He needs his 9 wings. I don't know what that tag was earlier, but I'm sure
there's
9 wings.
Maybe we should check out Umar Eats. Maybe the
Umar Eats 9 wings.
Maybe have the lore.
His son's still waiting for the delivery to arrive, so Firat needs to return home with the money he's earned.
The poor guy's starving. He's starving, man.
Good stuff to Manny, though. Good stuff as well.
No,
like,
seriously.
Second place.
Speaking of protein, like...
Yeah. Insane. Honestly, just kind of stuck with it to the end as well and started to show a lot of promise at the end.
Seriously good stuff. Manny is very, well, I say very quickly, kind of already has become a serious London threat.
Definitely. He's always like consistently top 5ing. He got the win in Strat for the other week over me and Darkstalker. So good stuff to him.
Well,
see you later, bro. Good stuff.
Can do. One final shout out as I believe Burning is probably going to put some monitors in a hole and then come and try us up. But congratulations, obviously, to the wonderful Zone.
I think we need to wrap it up.
All right, let's get out of here. So, everyone, please do pay attention to Tea Party 2. That is September 10th,
I'm vouching for that, yeah.
And we've got a couple of other tournaments even sooner than that. This Saturday, we got DBZ run by the DAT team. And then on the 16th of July, we have the wonderful Resurgence run by a fabulous man, the wonderful Robbie, right here.
Super as well. Come on down to Resurgence, guys. It's going to be amazing.
Please cement yourself in history. Come to Resurgence.
Yes.
Make sure you look out for Colossal. I'll be there. Many of your favorite UK players will be there, including this GOAT right here.
Yes.
And above all, make sure you re-watch that Tea Party 2 trailer. I swear to cry. I cannot recommend Tea Party enough.
It's so good. It's such a vibe. Like the overnight party as well. People playing Mario Party. People grinding at 3 a.m.
It's
doing money matches.
Nuts.
It's insane,
It's
honestly.
nuts. As we are going to wrap up here. Any final words for you there, Burning? Take it away there, sir.
DBZ this Saturday. Okay, we really got to go because we are hella behind and they want to close up. So goodbye. Run the ads, Ambler. Quick. Let's
get out of here.
Shut this PC down as soon as possible. Quick.
Thanks for watching. See ya.
Thanks for watching, and everyone, by the way. Thank you very much. Please watch DBZ this Saturday. Probably on VGBC as well. We don't know yet, but...
It is, probably.
Okay, probably.